Hi lovers and dreamers, I'm Linda.
I'm Lisa. Welcome back to the
Love Talk, episode
5. High five.
555.
Yay!
Can't believe it.
Well, us lesbian over 40, we spend a long time in our life to search for true love.
Yes.
And before that, we talk about first date, first
Right.
time we meet, the first date. And today we're going to talk about what led to the legendary second date.
Yes. The second date. The second date turned out to be a weekend long date.
Okay. Well, make sure you're over 18 to continue listening.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hint.
Yes.
And Linda needs a drink.
I finally got my drink. She finally gave me a drink on my second date.
So, after the first date, we started to text each other almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk about here it is, my
Right.
work, my hobby. And
So after the first date, we were really into each other.
yes.
And constantly texting and talking to one another throughout the whole day.
But I really want to point out this is the amazing part with Linda is that we don't play games. So it's like even when we were the beginning when we were texting, we just text whenever we want to. We have the time because I was working at that time, crazy work, and we never ever thought about like okay, let me wait for a half an hour, 1 hour later to respond to her. With you, or I'm thinking about you, just straight from my heart,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And so one night, besides texting, we call each other again,
Yes.
and we're talking on the phone, blah 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 blah.
We wanted to know everything about each other.
Yes, everything, and then we started to talk about.
We started talking about sexual preferences, you know, getting to know you as far as, you know,
The-
sexual tastes, likes, loves.
Well, I'll put it differently. So
Oh,
I
okay.
actually think we talk about our sexual fantasy.
Fantasies. Okay.
And to our surprise, seriously to my surprise too, we have exactly the same sexual fantasy.
Yes.
That was
That was like, yes.
that's how you felt like
That's how I felt. That's how I felt when I found out that what I love, what I like,
what you dream of.
what my sexual fantasies are. Hers too.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, you guys! It's like if you ever play the slot machine or buy the lottery ticket, it's like hitting a jackpot.
Well, I feel like
'Cause I never knew. I would never assume that
that
this good girl.
could be a bad girl sometimes.
Mom and Dad, you mightn't want to skip this episode. I'm just saying.
But it's their choice.
But we're all adults here.
Yeah. So anyway, then the conversation who started very innocent, were coffee, and take a sharp turn. We talk about sexual fantasy. We're sharing our fantasy one another, and then it's like I beat her to the punch. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I beat her to the punch. I said, Linda, I want to meet you again.
And you guys know what that means. I know what that means. We all know what that means.
And what did you say?
I said, when? Right now.
Unfortunately, I still have to work and I have classes, so we can't do it at the moment. I bet I say right now, would you come?
Oh yes, I will come. I will drive to her. I will come.
Drive to me.
Yeah.
So anyway, we set the day, which is like a Friday night, right?
The very next weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we talked on Monday night, and then we decided to Friday night, which she's gonna come. However, it didn't.
So I rest up for the whole weekend. I mean, for the whole week.
So while she was dressing, I was getting my body ready. I have this class and that class, toned up everything. We prepared differently.
She's a workout queen.
After it came Friday night, we did a little bit of playtime.
Yes.
But the next day, we decided to change the tone. So Linda suggests to have a fun food adventure for me.
Right. Because if you've been following us, then you know I'm Vietnamese.
I'm Taiwanese.
Yeah, so being in San Francisco Bay Area all of my life, I come to realize that, wow, not everyone knows Vietnamese food, authentic Vietnamese food, like traditional Vietnamese food that dishes that they've never ordered before, you know. So, but I just assumed that people do, but I guess not.
Well,
which is, you know, I don't know all. As a matter of fact, I didn't know Taiwanese dishes until
you met me.
Until I met you.
So what happened is the next morning when we woke up,
hungry,
Linda said, "Let's
from all the sleeping that we did."
Sleeping. So Linda said, "Let's go out for a date."
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to go out for a date. So we actually did what a couple would do as an official date. We dressed up a little bit casual, not too casual, and then she took me to San Jose for a fun Vietnamese food adventure. So even though I was grown up area, and yes, I'm Asian too, Taiwanese and Asian too, but what I know about Vietnamese is pho and spring roll. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like everybody else. I go to the restaurant, I go to the menu, number 1, number 2, or number 3.
All right. Yep. So, intro to San Jose.
I beat her to the punch again. At the parking lot.
Okay, so can I tell? Or
yes.
You're gonna beat me to the punch here too?
You may.
Okay, so
you may be the butch this time.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I was beginning to questioning my butchness. So it was really funny because I drove. I'm the driver, right? So
this is
when
the second time, only the second time we met.
Yes. So you can imagine this truly was only our second date. But a weekend date. So it's like that tells you crazy chemistry that we have in sync, same page that we were from the very, very beginning, right? So anyway, the minute I parked, okay, I'm the driver, she's a passenger, okay? The minute I parked, I get out and I walk over to her side of the car. Before I could open my mouth and say, "Can I hold your hand?" She asked me, what did she say, babe?
I said, "When are you going to hold my hand?"
What the? I said,
"I just want to touch you."
Oh my God. I was like, whoa, you want my wallet too?
I don't mind. I'm not just kidding. So yes, and then I was like, and then she was like, "I was going to ask you, but I didn't give you enough time."
Yes.
Again, I'm an Aries. I'm do, not too much patience.
Right, but it's so that tells you. Well, actually, we should tell them that the very first date that we had, you guys all know that we had breakfast the next morning. So that's the chemistry, the attraction, everything was like really strong from the very, very beginning. Very beginning. So the way we slept on the first night together, we spoon each other. So that right there is very intimate. Who does that? I've never done that before. And
I hope not.
No, of course not. Not a first date.
Yes, that was a big surprise, even for Linda, who is experienced. Even for her, I'm not jealous.
Not that experienced.
Even for her, she was surprised. She just automatically wanted to spoon me. That's how we slept the first date.
Right. And so, not surprisingly, that the very first time, even though we've had sex and we're intimate already, but this was really the first time we held hands. Yes. Yeah, because Yeah, that was only our second date. That's why. So that was like the first time we held hands, and it felt like we were a couple for a long, long time.
Yeah, it felt right. It felt very right. It felt. I did feel tingling in my heart, but it felt very right. So
we went on the food adventure. I introduced her to some really delicious,
authentic
Vietnamese dishes. Right? We're both foodies, and we both love to cook. And if you watch our channel, if you've been watching us, there's a lot of cooking and eating. Live, laugh, love, dream. There's a lot of everything. You know, if you subscribe to us, watch us, hit that bell for notifications.
Follow us. Okay.
You know,
so
help me feel more secure.
So we went to the Vietnamese experience. It was a eye-opening experience for me. Because she ordered all kinds of food that I didn't know that exists. There was that.
It was so cute because she's like, "Oh my God, now I could order something besides 1, 2, 3, 4."
Yes, we have that shrimp cupcake, and then it's so amazing to me that so many herbs.
Yeah,
so much herbs. Like it's like a garden in front of me, and there's so many different flavors and wrapping everything.
So if you like Vietnamese food, if you like Taiwanese food, if you like food period, we do a lot of that.
We'll talk more in the future. Well, anyway, after that fun, exciting food adventure, we went home, fully fed, which means we have a lot of energy by that time.
To exercise.
How does Linda say it?
Exercise. Yeah. I don't exercise, I sexercise.
Yeah, she's exercise. I do both. So anyway, after we came home, rest a little bit, and then I went to change. And the fantasy became reality.
Yes.
I can't say too much, but all we can tell you is there's masks, a rope, and a pole.
Yes.
I do pole dancing. I have a pole in my living room.
Did you guys hear her? Did you guys hear her? She pole danced. She has a pole dancing pole. I can't even say it right now. In her living room.
So Linda got
I get to sit right here on the sofa
and enjoy a private dance.
Yes. And no, she's not a stripper. No. And there's no offense to anybody stripping out there.
They call exotic dancer these days, darling.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So anyway, what we did is
But seriously, no offense.
We're ready to play, but I'm a good girl. I'm still nervous. So we've been drinking a little bit, and the agreement when we were on phone call is I promised to dance for her. But I was so nervous, so Linda danced for me first. I
danced first. I gave her a lap dance.
Yes.
And no, I'm not a exotic dancer either, or entertainer either. But I like to dance. I'm a pretty decent dancer.
So she danced for me while we were continuous drinking. So we both went to La La Land, and then I started dancing, and then you know what happened. However, at this very couch, very sofa, with her mask on, she's wearing a Venetian kind of mask, right?
Yeah. If you want to see it, leave us a comment, like us, share us, subscribe to us. Let us know you're interested in these masks that we had on. And you know, it might inspire you, it might give you some ideas.
Or any detail you want to ask about our second day.
Ask us, but be respectful. You know, no hate around here.
Okay, so can we go back to the story?
Oh yes.
I think I need a wine.
Oh, okay. Need or want? I think you want.
I was alone. So I can continue telling the story.
Okay.
You might miss some too.
Why?
You don't? Okay. So at the very last
I don't need
song,
it.
someone started to get strong feelings towards someone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She even said it.
You could. You already know who it is because look how proud her face is. Someone started to have feelings.
For someone. And I remember you were, I would say emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I could see, with the mask, I can see her eyes turning red. And you did, without saying anything, you did tell me that you make it very clear that you know what you're saying and you are serious and you don't want me to say anything unless I'm certain.
Right. The reason why I was highly emotional is because I didn't want her to think that it was because of the alcohol that I'm talking like this,
Or the sex.
or this amazing sex that I have these feelings. You know, I wanted her to know that I'm serious when I confess my feelings for her.
So,
Because I was surprised myself so fast.
at this very couch,
Mm.
Linda asked me on the second date to be her girlfriend.
I did.
And
And her answer?
no. And cut.